Yep.
What's up, y'all? We back with another Ask the Stamps video. Of course, we got another good one for y'all, so go ahead, listen, and check this one out. So this one comes from Kelly. She says, "Good morning. I watch your videos every day and a lot of them throughout the day as well. I love the advice that is given to the people at the mics. I wanted to ask about my current relationship. We've been together for a year and a half and we live together. We've known each other for 30 years in our own lives, our own children. We've had our own lives and our own children in that time. Now we're together, very much in love with each other. He seems to have an alcohol problem, which I noticed in the beginning. He was single for about 4 years prior to us reconnecting and getting together, but his drinking got to be so much, he was put in the hospital for about 3.5 days. He did stop drinking for about a month. Then it was like his birthday came and he was waiting for that to have a drink again. In the meantime, he would go on about how much better he felt not drinking. Then his birthday came and it's like he never stopped drinking. I've tried to talk to him and he gets defensive, saying he's just hanging out with friends. I've said, "Do you think that the only thing you have to offer to your friends is being a drinking buddy?" He doesn't have much to say to that. A couple of his friends have been pretty supportive of him not drinking. One actually stopped drinking for a bit himself during that same time, but at least one has just been kind of like, "Yeah, whatever, you've only stopped drinking because of Kelly." I noticed in the past couple of weeks, it seems like it's been getting close to drinking the amount that he was prior to going to the hospital, which was 12 pack of beer a night and throw in some old fashions here and there. I've told him that I don't like seeing him drink so much and stumbling around trying to do things around the house, like cook dinner for everyone at 9 or 10 when no one is going to eat that late. Just recently, I told him that I don't understand because I've never gone through addiction myself, but I'm here to help in any way that I can, and I don't understand why he would start drinking again after being admitted to the hospital. To me, that would have been a wake up call, but as I said, I have not dealt with addiction for myself before, so I know there's been a different mindset behind that sort of thing. I've prayed, and sometimes I don't know what to say or anymore or ask God for anymore. I've told my boyfriend that I just want to have a long life together. We're both in our 40s, so having a relationship lasts a life, and I just want to have him being healthy and being able to do things for the next 50 years with me, with our kids, and whatever else comes our way. Woo wee. That was a long one. But
Yes.
what you got to say? What kind of advice you got for Kelly in this situation?
Oh, wee, Kelly, you been through it, honey. Oh, wee. I mean, you said you've been fasting, you've been praying. Is really nothing else that you can do. He's going to have to want a change for himself. It got to come from his heart. He has to want freedom. And we get freedom when we decide that we want to be free, we can be free. And through Jesus Christ, he can help us to get free. But we first got to make that decision for ourselves. So it's really not anything you can really do. You've done your part. You fast, you prayed on his behalf, and that's honorable, that's respectable. That's very kind for you to do. That was wonderful. Now he got to want it for himself. What
Mm-hmm.
you got to say?
No, I completely agree with what you said, especially the part where he's got to just want it for himself at the end of the day, especially when it comes to addiction or even those bad habits. If that's not something that he personally feels like he wants to really change, then it's never going to change. You can want it for him all day long and all the different things, but if that's not something that's in his heart and his mind, then it's just not going to be the thing that's going to happen. So I agree. I would say continually keep praying, continually keep seeking the Lord and fasting and doing everything that you can, and just being supportive to him in that way. But at the end of the day, it's got to be a choice and a decision that he makes, and hopefully it doesn't come being into another situation where he goes to the hospital and whatnot. I agree with what you saying though. That should have been a wake up call and a wake up moment to be like, maybe I should change my ways. Maybe it's not a 12 pack. Maybe I just have one. You know what I'm saying? One a day or one on the weekends or something. So he's got to be able to set those boundaries for himself. But again, like that's just got to be something he's got to want to do on his own, and you got to allow him to kind of, I guess, just go through that process. But hey, it's one of the shows that was on TV. If you need to have an intervention with him and his friends or whatever the case might be, so that he can see the error in his ways, don't invite that one friend who's like, yeah, whatever. But invite the ones who really truly care about him and want to see him succeed and do well. Maybe some sort of intervention of some sort can be helpful for him to see that, hey, maybe this isn't the way that I should be going. You all got kids and everything else, so maybe that'll be the wake up call that he needs to get the help that he needs in that situation, because something's got to change. It's either, I mean, unfortunately, it's either going to go one of two ways. He's going to end up back in the hospital, or potentially even worse than that, or he's going to change and get things together and do things the right way. So I think maybe an intervention of some sort, or could really help. Maybe even some counseling, Christian counseling. Something's got to be done in the situation, because he can't keep doing it. Especially y'all in your 40s. Our bodies ain't meant for all that. Maybe when you was in your 20s, you could have a little fun here and there, whatever. But that's not what your body is meant for. Your body is changing at that particular point in time. So something's got to change, and something's got to happen, and it's definitely got to start with him.
I totally feel it. I think that's a great idea for the intervention, for, you guys could maybe come up with that to, to lovingly say, hey, we thinking about you, we care about you, we worried for you. And we want to extend out our hand to help you, brother. So I think an intervention probably would be real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee.
Gotta do something. But at the end of the day, if this is the man you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with, continually keep praying. It's one of those things that you don't ever stop doing. You just always got to continually keep praying, even when things go good. So just keep praying, keep fasting, keep seeking the Lord for him on his behalf. And I believe that the Lord will intervene and step in at the right time. And it'll be because of your continued persistence and prayer and everything that y'all got going on, that'll allow that to happen as well. So.
Also, what you can do within your prayers, you can ask the Lord for the baptism of fire. Yes, the baptism of fire is the refiner's fire. It cleanses a person from anything that is separating them from King Jesus Christ. And drunkenness separates a person from Jesus, okay? Because drunkenness is wickedness in the eyes of the Lord. Okay, so in your prayers, ask for that baptism of fire to be placed upon this man. If it is in the Lord's will, he'll give him that baptism of fire. Okay.
And I couldn't agree more. Kelly, we praying for you and
Yes.
well, maybe your future husband. We praying for y'all that your Lord will come through and help with that alcoholism. Don't you stop praying for him and fasting for him and doing everything that you're doing. And we hope to hear from you soon about just the great progress he has made, and that y'all are eventually getting married and everything is coming together and being great. But y'all, that has been another video of Ask the Stamps.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all for watching. Of course, if you have questions about marriage, relationships, the Bible, being Christian, whatever the case might be, feel free to write us, send it to our email, DM us, put it in the comments. We're always happy to try to help in the best way that we possibly can. We appreciate y'all as always. Make sure y'all follow us, subscribe, and telling your friends, your aunties, uncles, everybody about us. We love to have them over here with the stamps and everything that we got going on too. So we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next time. See y'all.
Bye.